till somebody tells you like that, or just at least admits it. A lot of these guys, they're not going to tell you what's up. My name's Mike Dice. I'm from 2 Cent Sam.
They dubbed me as the heartthrob of the band. They've seen my antics on and off stage, I guess, and figured out that for sure all the chicks kind of gravitate my direction.
I go by Crispy Beats, and I'm in the band 2 Cent Sam.
My name is Matt. I'm the bass player for 2 Cent Sam.
Inspirations. I think something called me as a very young guy. I remember being on the floor of my parents' house, and my mom always had Z100 on in like the late 80s, early 90s as a kid, and I'm playing Matchbox Cars or whatever I'm doing then. And all those hits just like hit me in the head, like you hear it in the background of life. You hear in Whitney Houston, you hear in all these things that were happening in that time frame. Bobby Brown, pop music was happening, Phil Collins, And I think something happened at one point. I remember when I was very young, I heard an Elton John song and I recognized the do-do-do-do-do-do. And I said, what is that noise? And it was bass guitar, and then I learned about the instruments, and then my dad had guitars under the bed. So then I was sneaking, because my dad was real strict, so I was sneaking his guitars out,
Well, I'm from Brooklyn, born and raised. I came out to Long Island for school. I went to Five Towns College for music education, and that's how I kind of got introduced to the music scene out here, because I was going to school out here for music and playing with all the guys on the scene.
2 Cent Sam, again, it's unlike any other project I've really been involved with. Everybody's kind of like, I feel like in today's industry, in today's scene, everyone really gets so attached to the idea of what it is to be a band that makes it, that they forget why and how they got there and why they started doing it in the first place.
2 Cent Sam's a great band, in my opinion, because we're a real band. Nowadays, anybody could go around with their garage band, their iMac, and write songs, and it's a beautiful thing for the democratization of music. But 2 Cent Sam is 5 guys getting together, working on songs, making them right, putting them out together, and working hard at doing it. We're an original, vintage kind of band, and it's hard to come by nowadays.
2 Cent Sam has had a lot of changes. The band, they've been around as a band for about 3 or 4 years. The last year has been, everything's just been moving real fast. We got a new drummer, Chris, we got a new guitar player, Pat, and everyone creatively works better together. Just a cohesive sound, it's unique. It's New York based, but it's got British influences because Mike spent some time in England, and they just got a nice raw sound.
Wearing a disguise 'cause my identity's sacred. There is no justice in the world that you know. Answer me, answer hero. Newspapers printing I'm a freak of nature. Claiming that I'm bringing them danger. When there is no justice at the end of a rope, exit me, enter hero. Enter hero. Yeah, there is no justice in the world that you know. Exit me, enter hero. showdown. Authority set me up to bring me in downtown. So I'm switching sides, I got the criminal mindset. And all the talk about justice you can forget. There is no love in the world that you know. Exit me.